Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Josh, aka Destro, and I've done it. I've done the impossible. I've found the absolute, without a question, biggest problem in Warzone. It's you. Obviously, just kidding. I absolutely love each and every one of you, and maybe you particularly are not the problem. But first, huge shout out to today's sponsor, and the huge sponsor of the channel in general. That would be Maw Energy. Maw Energy provides unparalleled flavor and constant energy throughout my day or my game session. I will always use Maw and be a beast. If you want to get yourself a free sample, full size 60 serving jar, click the link down in the description or use code DANGER10 at checkout at drinkmaw.com. Stuff's delicious, gotta tell you. However, this is meant to be more of a discussion piece. Basically, we go over the fact that over the past couple of months, I personally have been realizing the fact that there's been the huge personal outcry for, an anti-cheat, a tournament system, anything that would allow Call of Duty Warzone to be a competitive, full-size multiplayer game. And the problem I've run into is that whether or not they do anything that we want, we still keep eating their food. To be honest with you, if somebody were to come out at Activision and be at the top levels of management, I mean the absolute top levels, and speak on behalf of the entire company, and were to squarely look at the social media on everything, on a live stream, and just were to come out and say, hey, we here at Activision do not care about you in any way, shape, or form. We will not be investing in an anti-cheat. We will not be investing in making the game better. We will continue making just absolutely broken blueprints so that you keep purchasing them and you keep giving us money. Because if we made $1 billion over the course of a quarter of a year in microtransactions without having an anti-cheat, without doing absolutely anything that you guys have been begging for, without fixing the rose skin for what seems to be the entirety of the game, then why would we invest in those things? I'm buying a second yacht this weekend. Me and my wife are going to live in a house that you could only imagine to live in. Why would we invest? If they were to come out and publicly say anything like that, if they were to say, we do not care about our player base, COD 2021, it might happen, it might not. Either way, there's a new skin in the store. Go and buy it now. If they were to do that, there are so few people that would actually quit the game. I know this because last night I was playing a couple of games with a friend of mine and a random person, and they were nearly peeing their pants laughing. And then I brought up the point and I'm like, and here we are. We all acknowledge that this is the truth, but we're still playing the game. So please, down in the comment section down below, or whenever I'm live over on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, shameless plug, please leave your opinions below. But regardless of any way that we do this, we vote with our wallets. You can't... I think Chef's dad says it best.
I gave him $1.
She gives him $1.
I thought he'd go away if I gave him $1.
Well, of course it's not gonna go away, Nelly. You give him $1, he's gonna assume you got more.
So, if we keep giving them $1, they're going to keep doing the same stuff. I'm guilty of this just as much as anyone else. I used the John McClane skin because they spoke to my nostalgia. The same way they did with the Jigsaw skin or the Leatherface skin, anything at all. And they know this. And we are enabling them to underdevelop a game to sell us the convenience of making it look better. This is a very serious issue. This is a very serious problem amongst all video game creators. I think it's really interesting that we just all kind of forgot about the fact that when it came to Anthem, the developers, BioWare, just gave up. They just decided that it was no longer worth it to them to develop the game. Meanwhile, there are people like me and Squeege that played the game wholeheartedly. We paid the money, we pre-ordered it, followed their wackadoo pre-order schedule somehow, and still, here we are without a refund. How can you possibly look and produce and develop a game to then take it and just decide you're not doing anything with it anymore if you made a single cent of profit? I think the rule should be you should get your overhead and everything else should go either A, back to the pockets of the people that paid for it, or B, to charity. There should be no other option, and your company should not be able to take that charitable donation as a tax write-off. It should just be a charitable donation, if anything, to anybody who paid. Because we're at a point where game developers just get to do so little in terms of creative development. It's all based on the money from the company. World of Warcraft is a primary example of this. Their most recent iteration, Shadowlands, was squared away to be one of the greatest advances in the entirety of the game, going into an entirely unheard of realm. Like when Shadowlands was launching was the same way when Burning Crusade was launching. You were going to a different world for the first time, other than Azeroth. And this time we were going somewhere other than the planet. It was supposed to be monumental. But there were just systems on time gates, on systems, on time gates. And then there's been no content. I was super excited for Shadowlands. I haven't played in a few months. My subscription's still active. And I still have yet to play much because 9.1 isn't coming out until the end of June. The first expansion, the first patch in the expansion, it has been, I think, the singular longest period in World of Warcraft history without a content patch. And that was what spelled doom for Warlords of Draenor. But they keep restricting developers. I preached Cyberpunk 2077. And I will say this, without a doubt, to this day, Cyberpunk 2077 had some of the absolute best storytelling I have ever seen in a video game ever. I commend CD Projekt Red story writers. I fell in love with characters. I found myself in a story making decisions originally just to get a sniper rifle that I wanted to get. I found myself falling in love with the characters and making decisions for the emotional ties and that compelling emotion. But the game was an absolute atrocious train wreck when it came to support and releasing a game that worked. And we were the problem there too. I said over and over and over and over again, if Cyberpunk 2077 wants to take its sweet time and not come out till 2025, or not come out actually, and I made the joke, actually until 2077, I would prefer that to a game that I can't experience because all of their art was thrown away. I honestly feel stripped of my personal experience with the game because of the fact that I played through the storyline, started with the storyline, I was like, I want that really powerful sniper rifle, and Pan Am has it. So I need to go and do her side quests. And that was it. And then I just did the story missions. I did no side missions. I did no follower friend requests. I did none of the cop shootouts. I did literally nothing and just played the game just straight through the story and wasted so much of their time because I just got so downtrodden. There was nobody to share the excitement with because there was no way to communicate that through all the haze and fog of glitch this, broken that, not playable, take it off of Sony, which congratulations CD Projekt Red, it is finally coming back to Sony platforms. So seriously, congratulations on that, memes and all. But back to the point, where we place our money and where we're willing to give credit, I think we as gamers, as a community, to cause a betterment of the product that we are receiving, in a sense, we have to almost unionize in the idea that if we as a community do like something, we rally and support that. We buy games at full price if we can. We support individual developers. In my example, not to be like, oh, I'm the greatest in the world. I'm definitely not. I chose to buy Cyberpunk 2077 on CD Projekt Red's website, even though I had to download another marketplace, the GOG Galaxy marketplace. I did that for the sole reason of 100% of the proceeds going to the developer. I could have got it for $20 or like $30 less going through like Amazon or a different website, but I chose to support them. Doing little things like that would greatly shift the dynamic of what we as consumers are receiving. And if we were to be more forthcoming, or if anybody knows any game developers, I would love to hear your opinion, or even have you as a guest in an interview and have a conversation live. That I would be absolutely honored. Anybody, that would be incredible. But if we were to take those steps, and if we were to say, hey, listen, you know, when the DMR zone was happening, for example, and come out and say, you guys fix this, otherwise we buy nothing at all. And people stick to that. I can only imagine that they'd get it fixed real quick. That's 70 million people that they are not getting the revenue for. We speak in words. We speak in communicative languages. These business entities, these controlling state companies, they're made of people, but their language is finance. And if we take that and realize that their language is based off of our work, we now hold the power as a community to better the creation of video games moving forward. So this has been my TED Talk. I'm just kidding. But guys, I just wanted to tell you once again, please, if you're not part of the Discord, please join the Discord. Join me in stream Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. You can find me on our Discord, Instagram, any of the DM sites, all available at pretty much any point in time. I just want to let you guys know, please leave your comments down below in the chat, wherever. Let me know. I want to continue this conversation with you. I absolutely love you always, and I will see you in the Danger Zone.